Having a car can save you a lot of time, especially if you commute to work every day. It also gives you more freedom as you don't have to wait for the bus or the train. Whenever you feel like it, you can just start the engine, hit the gas pedal, and cruise to your destination. However, as cars aren't exactly the cheapest things, most people buy theirs on installment or they take a loan. And as the coronavirus crisis continues to have a huge impact on business, many people are working decreased hours, having a cut off their pay, or losing their source of income altogether. As a result, they might find trouble paying their installments or repaying their car loans. Don't worry. In this video, we'll tell you 10 things you can do if you're finding difficulty repaying your car loan, until things go back to normal and business is flourishing again. Let's get into it. Number 1. The first thing you need to do right now is contact your finance provider. Whether you took a bank loan or had a financial arrangement with your car dealership, contact the establishment you owe the money to. Most likely, they already have measures in cases of financial hardships, and you're not the only one affected. It's a global crisis. Tell your lender you can't pay and they can do one of these things. Freeze your interest for a few months until the crisis is over. Waive your installments for a month or two, and you can pay them at the end of the duration of your installment. Give you more time to pay before a fine is issued. Or give you a flexible payment arrangement tailored to fit your capabilities in the current circumstances. Remember, at the end of the day, most banks, credit unions, and any other lenders don't want to see you default on your loan or face repossession. They want to see you get back on your feet, make future payments, and eventually pay off the debt. Also, many car manufacturers are offering assistance to their clients who have finance arrangements through a dealership at this time of crisis. This includes BMW, Volkswagen, Ford, Hyundai, Nissan, Toyota, General Motors, and many others. So make sure you ask your dealership whether your car manufacturer is offering any easing measures and take benefit of them. Number 2. Have an emergency budget. Have a look at your income and your spending. Cut back on as much as you can in the next few weeks. Try to do without any luxuries and settle for the bare minimum. Yes, it's going to be rough, but you'll be glad you did it when your debt is paid. The last thing you need right now is debt piling up due to more interest on late payments. Number 3. See if you can refinance your loan. This basically means replacing your current loan with a new one, possibly with a different lender. See if you can find a loan with lower interest rate or longer payment duration in order to make paying it doable. However, make sure you refinance with a credible company. Getting involved with shady lenders can have disastrous consequences. Number 4. Use your federal stimulus check. If you're in the US, the UK, Australia, or any other country whose government paid federal stimulus packages, you probably have or will soon have a bit more money in your account. If you have just enough to pay for critical things like rent and food, you might want to consider paying some of the stimulus for your car loan. Look on the long term. Keeping your credit score high will pay huge benefits later when you need another car loan, a mortgage, or a credit card. Number 5. Tap into your savings or emergency fund. If the choice is between missing a car loan or tapping into your savings or emergency fund, using your savings might just be the right thing. I know, it's not a light decision to make. Make sure you think it through and have enough to cover unplanned expenses like car repairs, urgent home maintenance, or unexpected medical costs. However, if for example you're saving for a house, it's a better idea to pull some cash out of your house fund than it is to miss an auto loan payment. The damage to your credit from missing a payment date could make borrowing for a mortgage more difficult and expensive. Better to put off your home purchase for a short time than pay extra on a mortgage for the next 15 to 30 years, or even fail to qualify at all due to a decline in your credit score. Number 6. Miss a payment. Well, you'll try to do everything you can and the things we've mentioned in this video to try not to. But if it has to come to this, missing a single payment is not the end of the world. As long as you talk to your bank or credit union and start paying again as soon as possible, it shouldn't be a huge problem with most lenders. Your credit might take a hit, but it should recover over time. However, if you think you're going to miss a few payments, you might want to consider Number 7. Selling your car. If your car is worth more than the balance of the loan, you can sell it and pay off the loan before you miss a payment. You can then use the remaining money to buy a cheap used car temporarily, or if your credit score is high, you might be able to lease a new car with lower monthly payments. But don't rush into selling your car, because you'll likely sell it for less than what you paid for it because of the interest on the loan. And if you opt into buying a new car in the future, also on installment, you'll be paying even more in interest. So take the time to think your options through and make sure you're not throwing too much money down the drain by paying a lot of interest. If you decide this is your best option, get your car on the market as quickly as you can. In the next few months, rental car companies will likely start liquidating tens of thousands of cars from their fleets, which will lower the used car prices significantly. A chance for you to pick up a bargain on a decent used car. Number 8. Give the car back to the lender. If you've already missed several payments and know the lender is going to repossess your car, just give it back voluntarily. Hiding it from the bank is a very bad idea. Here's why. The lender pays a fee to the repossession company to retrieve the car. The harder you make it for them to get the car back, the more the repo company can charge the bank. These charges will be added to the loan balance you're responsible for. In other words, the games you play hiding your car only end up costing you money, and the last thing you need right now is more debt. Number 9. Draw on your retirement savings. Although financial advisors say this should be a last resort, it might be your best option if you have a substantial amount in your retirement fund. You may be able to withdraw some cash penalty-free depending on the country you live in. If this will help you keep your car, keep your credit score, and saving you from piling up debt, it might not be a bad idea. Number 10. What to do if your car got repossessed. If your car is already repossessed and you want it back, you have to act quickly. Most creditors will give you reasonable time before they resell it. You should talk to them and ask what they're going to do. They might garnish your wages, which means have your employer pay the debt and deduct it out of your salary over the period of a few months. Or they might sell the car at an auction, at which case you can get it back. In all cases, if the bank repossesses your car, it's not the end of the world. You can get it back. Just explore your options and make sure you're quick to act. Summary. That's it for our 10 things you can do if you're finding trouble repaying your car loans. We'll go over them again in a quick recap. 1. First, you need to contact your lender as soon as possible. See if they have measures in times of crisis and see if your car manufacturer is offering any assistance. 2. Cut back on your spending and do with a bare minimum for a few weeks until you can make the upcoming payment. 3. Refinance your loan if it'll give you lower interest or more time to pay. 4. Use your federal stimulus check if your government has provided you with one. 5. Tap into your savings or emergency fund, but make sure you have enough for unexpected costs. 6. If everything else doesn't work, missing a payment isn't the end of the world as long as you'll start paying again soon. 7. If you know you'll miss a few payments, consider selling your car, paying off the loan and using the remainder to buy a used car. 8. If you've already missed a few payments and you know your car is going to get repossessed, give it back voluntarily in order to avoid further cost. 9. Draw on your retirement savings if it'll help you keep your car and keep you from piling up debt. But don't rush this decision and make sure it's your best option. 10. If your car is already repossessed, you can get it back. Discuss your options with the creditor and be quick to act. That's it for this video. I really hope it helps you all out there paying your car loans. If you found the information here useful, hit that like button. And if you want to support us even more, buy us a coffee from the link in the description. If you'd like to see more videos on financial and career advice, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications for our latest updates. Let us know if you have any ideas in the comment section below. I hope you all make it through this crisis with the least amount of losses. Stay safe and good luck.